yes.
I don't know about what if.
I've always heard that men love the chase. If it works in psychology, if it works through a nutrition, go and play with that. You know, your daddy got that for you, yeah?
And let God do the work.
Right. Good grief. What kind of life is this? I feel exposed.
But it's not corny though.
Yeah, this right here is guaranteed. Well, just stop. Just give it up. It's really, and I be real. Drinking protein shakes, eating broccoli. Yes. Oh, is the hardest word. Welcome to the Glow Up. This is the podcast where we come to empower you to become the best you that there could be.
Yes.
There is a better you inside of you, and that's what we're here for, to glow up, of course. We are a podcast where we talk about God, life, overcoming, and wealth. We meet here every Tuesday at 6:30. So I am your girl, Sky the Butterfly. And this is my sister Fran, co-host.
Your girl QB.
QB. I don't know why we so amped today, y'all. We amped. We on 10 right now. But we're excited about the conversation. But before we jump into the conversation, let's just clear up, just get some business out of the way.
Right.
We first want to thank all of our subscribers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all of you who are tuning in live right now for the premiere. But we want to share the love.
Yeah.
So we're just asking that you guys would share this page, share the podcast, and subscribe so that you can be notified of all of our content that we put out. Follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at theglowup.now. And we are also on TikTok at the.glow.up.podcast. Or no SC. Yeah, we going to try to figure that out. But yeah, follow us, y'all. Follow us. But let's jump right into the conversation.
Yes.
Today is going to be a great conversation. We always have great conversations, though, don't we?
We do.
We talk all the time.
Yes.
We always have great. This is a time where we can let y'all in. It's like our car ride or something like that.
Right.
But so I recently have been having a lot of talk about. I'm in a space in my life where I've just been transitioning, and I think a lot of people have experienced the things, and I know Q has experienced this too, where you're transitioning in life, and with your transition, you have to let some things go, or, be it your a behavior of some sort, becoming more disciplined in a certain area, a relationship, maybe a career, just something that was a part of your life or has been a part of your life that now you have to turn away.
Yeah.
And say no to. And today's topic is the hardest no started with a yes. That's our topic today, discussion. Yeah. The hardest no starts with a yes. And so I've recently have just been, so let's just put it out there, right? Not all the way out there, but we're going to put it out there just a little bit. But I had something that I was trying to become more disciplined in. I knew it was something that I needed to let go of. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, girl, I'm going to say no. Girl, you're going to say no. You're going to say no. And I'm telling y'all, I was so strong about this no until I had to say no. And before I knew it, I said yes. I mean, it's kind of like when you okay, I'm on I'm eating right. I'm in the
Yeah.
gym. I'm eating right,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna eat no sweets, no soda, no juice. I'm not gonna drink soda. I'm not gonna eat sweets. I'm not gonna eat nothing fried. And you doing good. You doing good until somebody show up with them living pepper wings.
Let me get one.
You want wing? Yeah,
It's only one.
it's only one. Just one. Just let me get a taste. So yeah, have you guys just ever are you going through, or have you ever been challenged with things that it was time for you to say no to, time for you to let go of, time for you to walk away from, time for you to close the door to, and it just seemed like you were so convicted about this, you had such strong convictions about this no, but when it came to it, it was a yes. You been there, Q? Yeah. I've been there. Definitely have been there.
Woo.
So what's so interesting? No is the hardest word.
It is.
I mean, short of I and A,
Yeah.
it's like one of the shortest. It's one of the shortest words in our language, right? But it's the hardest word to say. I can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious like 3 times in a row. Can you? Supercalifragilistic.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That. Nope.
Can you say encyclopedia 3 times?
Encyclopedia.
Right now, try saying no one time to try saying it to that cake that you love. Try saying it to that car that you really want, that you know you have no business getting because you know it doesn't fall in and doesn't line up with your financial plan.
Listen.
Try saying no to that man that smells so good and looks so fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Try
gosh.
saying no. And it's the hardest word to say. Now, what blows my mind about this is that no is one of the most common first words that we learn as babies / children. Studies have shown that most babies / children, because babies, because even infants start talking, right? Toddlers, infants, toddlers. You're 2 months old talking. That baby, oh, that baby, that baby just said what's up. That baby just said auntie. But no, this day and age, babies talking. But I'm just saying, many of them learn to say no before they say mama and papa. And they, linguistics, it shows that those words, mama, papa, are typically the beginning of our language because it's a repetitive word, mama, papa. So it's easier for a brain under the age of 2 to conceptualize and to repeat it. But no is a phenomenon, right? Because there's no repetition. However, it's just that one syllable, no.
Yeah.
And you learn it as a child. Kids will tell you no at the drop of a dime. And I mean emphatically, no.
Yeah.
Come put your shoes on. No. I said come put your shoes on. No. It's time to go to bed. No. No. And they're so convicted by it. But it's the hardest word for an adult to say.
That's because they hear it a lot.
Children hear it a lot.
No,
right.
Don't do that. No,
right.
No. So they think that it's it's a normal word just to
so
throw out there.
Where does it shift then? Where does it shift if in our nurturing years, people are always giving us boundaries? Like parents they're setting boundaries, and they're no, you can't go there. No, you can't get off. No, you can't get out. No, you can't eat that. No, you can't do that. And then I think there's this expectation that at some point you mature enough to regulate your own boundaries, right? And now you have this freedom to decide what's a no and what's a go, right? But then we make the worst decisions because we say no to everything we're supposed to say yes to, and we say yes to everything we should say no to.
I think personally, the no's, the things that we should say no to, it just feels good. Like it just tastes good.
Yeah.
Like it it's something
It
about
looks
that.
good.
It's something about no, you can't have that. That's like I want it now.
Right, right.
That's what it is.
So you're saying you think it's because there's some other force, some other being telling us no, that makes us want to say yes more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's the things that God tells us no,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes it's society. Because that's a good
Yeah.
point. Because sometimes you will go after, you will pursue relentlessly
Mm-hmm.
that to prove somebody else wrong, the thing
Yeah.
that they told you no
Huh.
about. Oh no, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
get that for
I'm gonna do
real.
that.
I think men go through that a lot. Technically, we got a man in the room, but we can't ask him for real. But we need to get some men stuff because I think men. I've always heard that men love the chase. Like they
Mm-hmm.
love the female that's saying no, no, no is the one they just like really going after.
Yeah, I witnessed that with friends.
Mhm.
Like the girls that's like after them, it's like
Uh-huh.
they just shun. Like, oh, I don't want that. I want that
Mhm.
one. The girl ain't even thinking about them.
Right.
That's the one they want.
Cause she's saying no.
Cause she's saying no.
Cause she's saying no. But here we are struggling. Well, here I am, because I can't speak for anybody else, but I struggle with that word no. And so recently when we were in church, there was a sermon that came across the pulpit, and this day it was life changing for me. And so our bishop said, he said that he basically challenged us to shift our thinking from all of the things that you have to say no to focusing on the things that you have to say yes to. And the more you say yes, the easier your no's become.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when I started realizing that the hardest no's that I have to render actually start with me saying yes to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I focus on what I can easily or readily say yes to, I'll realize I've been saying no. I've been saying, maybe not verbally saying no, but I
But your
haven't been
spirit.
giving you my time
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I was before.
Yeah.
Haven't been giving you my attention like I was before. I
Mhm.
haven't been giving that my money
Yeah.
like I was before. I haven't been pouring in my feelings like
Yeah.
I was before.
Absolutely.
That's me saying no because I've been, my yes has been over here.
Yeah.
I've been saying yes to this,
Mm-hmm.
more often. And so what is it that maybe not forget about who or what you have to say no to,
Mm-hmm.
but what is it that you need to say yes to?
Well, right now what I'm dealing with is again healthy eating.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need to say yes to them vegetables.
Yeah.
I need to say no with bringing them snacks in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have to say yes to God's will, to God's promises, to the way that he views me. I have to view me. I have to say yes to a clear mind and no to the devil torments that I would not be successful, and I have to say yes to being successful.
Okay. So before we go deep, let's say you started with vegetables and you started with let's stay there. Let's stay on the surface for a second. Just for a second. So, because I think that a lot of people struggle in that area, and sometimes we might just schmooze over that because it's not deep, but that also can affect even our spiritual, right? So let's look at this. How would this look in real time? So if I go to the grocery store and my yes is I'm saying yes to healthy eating. And so I'm going to shop fruits and vegetables and lean meats, and I'm going to get all of these things. And I've already set a budget. I'm going to spend $60 when I go in there. And I go in there and I'm focusing on all the things I can say yes to. And I get those things. I don't have room to have to say no to anything because I've already filled my cart up with all the things I was saying yes to. And I've already reached my budget. So there's no, I don't even have
There's
anything
no
to
room.
spend.
Yeah.
There's no room,
Yeah.
to buy anything else. And I think that the way that looks
Mm-hmm.
is the way that it will look emotionally for
Yeah.
us. If
Yeah.
we begin to create a list of good disciplines for
Absolutely.
us and go, when you going through life, shop off that list. Shop off your yes list
Mm-hmm.
and create a budget. Like I'm not prepared to put all my energy into these other people or into
Yeah.
this relationship.
Yeah.
I can only give you
What I got.
an hour. You get an hour.
Yeah.
Get an hour of my day. Like create a list, create a
Mm-hmm.
budget, a time budget, an emotional budget, a finance budget,
Mm-hmm.
and shop from your yes list.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, you're actually silently saying no to the things that, are contrary to your goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that when I went to a nutritionist, when they gave me my food list, it didn't have anything on there that I couldn't eat. It only had things on there that I could eat.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the psychology of it. And I study psychology, right? So I have a bachelor's in psychology. And when I was doing behavioral management, we learned that the best way to change a person's behavior is through positive reinforcement
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to negative, right? So instead of focusing on the no's, focus on the yeses. Focus on the positive.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that be the case, if it works in psychology, if it works through a nutritionist, then it has to work for our personal lives too.
Absolutely.
And I think that when we focus on the no's, when we focus on all the things that we can't do, oh my goodness, I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to live this
It
life
becomes
now.
draining.
I can't do this. I can't do that. I have to say no to this. I can't go here. I can't. Well, what can I do? Who can I talk to? Who can I run to? Who? Who can I run to? No? Okay. Who can I go to? Who can I talk to?
Yeah.
Who can I spend time with? What can I do, leisurely? What's safe for me? What's healthy for me? What lines up with the plan? If everything is all about a no, and I remember growing up, especially growing up in church, it was all about what you couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wear pants.
Yeah.
You couldn't wear pants on Sunday. You can't wear this nail polish. You can't wear this lipstick. You can't have these hair colors. You can't have this. You can't go here. You can't listen to this. Well, good grief. What kind of life is this?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to say I'm grateful for those experiences.
Yeah.
However, at this point in life, would I do things a little different moving forward? I think that there's a different way of doing it? That some might feel is a better way of doing it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Focusing on the yeses, because those no's get real hard as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
They get real hard. And what can I say yes to? So that's the question. Like, what's the yes that you need to be saying right now in your life? What are the things that you need to be saying yes to? And like Q, mentioned, even going deeper, her yes to God,
Mm-hmm.
and all of the things that God has for you that you want to be able to say yes to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the I mention this a lot, that whole devil's playground. That no, think about the Garden of Eden.
Mm-hmm.
He focused on the one no.
And you got all these
This
yeses.
folk got thousands of years worth of yeses.
Man.
Go on, you go play. Go on. God was like a parent, like when you get your kids something on Christmas, it's like, go on, play with that. Your daddy got that for you. Go on, play with them giraffe, Adam. Go on over there with that lion. Go ahead. He ain't gonna bite. He ain't gonna bite. The one no that they got, they had yes, all across the board. Yes. Can I go here? Yes. Can I do that? Yes. Can I hang on that tree? Yes. Can I dip in that water? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The one no that you had, don't eat from that tree right there, is the one thing that the devil said, oh, this one I'm gonna come present.
That's good.
This is what I'm gonna come present. And I wonder if they had stayed focused on the yeses, would they have given in to that no? If they had focused on the yes, what you think?
I don't know. It's written, so I don't know about what if. I can't
Well,
think beyond that.
I think that they had a better if they had focused on the yeses, because what
Mhm.
the yeses does, when you keep that in the forefront of your mind,
Mhm.
you start seeing what you stand to lose for real.
Yeah.
I got all of this. This he's saying yes to. And if I focus on this one no, I might lose out on all these yeses.
Mhm.
And so I wonder for us, if we allow the enemy to cause us to focus on the no, could that be why we miss out on all the many yeses that God has for us?
Yeah.
Why the yeses are delayed,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
Because, the Bible says that the promises of God are yes and amen.
Amen.
That's
Mhm.
a promise. His yeses are
Yeah.
promises to us.
Mhm.
So the moment where we let the devil cause us to focus on the no's, on the things that we can't do,
Mhm.
is the moment. Because I don't I,
Mhm.
I don't see anywhere. I have to be careful of that. I haven't seen anywhere, because I don't want to say it's not in there. I'm just saying I
Uh
haven't
huh.
seen. I'm thinking of Philippians 4:13. I can do all things
Things.
through Christ
Mhm.
who gives me the strength. It's like
Mhm.
God wants us to focus on the things we can do,
Yeah.
not focus on the things we can't do.
See, that's a big part is believing
Mhm.
that you can do it.
Mhm.
A lot of times, people focus on the no's because they don't believe in their yes.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of focus on the no, because I don't really believe in that. Yes,
Mhm.
for real, for real.
Mhm.
I don't believe in that. Yes, that's good. Like, yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Mhm.
So now it has to be a matter of, what do you believe?
Right.
What do you?
Who report do you
Yeah, whose
believe?
report do you? Ooh, that's good. Whose report do you believe for
Yeah.
real? Because when I think back on my situation, the reason why, ooh, why, God be playing with me. He always got me being all naked in front of y'all. I'm like, I'm feel exposed.
Okay,
But
Adam. Why you
I
hiding?
feel, yes, I feel like I get why they put in some fig leaves. We should have put fig leaves in here, shoot, or leaves. Or I don't know if they was fig or not. But anyway, so when the time in question, when I said yes, and I was supposed to say no,
Mhm.
I have to be honest with myself. At that moment, there was a thought that entered my mind
Mhm.
that said, "You better say yes now, because you don't know how long it's gonna be before you get the opportunity to say yes to this again."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my real.
Mhm.
And I think if I went through that, I wonder how many other people make the decision
Yeah.
to not say no, which is a
Mhm.
double negative. So to say yes to things they should say no to,
Yeah.
because in that moment their focus shifts, their faith drifts,
Mhm.
and it's like, yeah, this right here is guaranteed.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
if
don't
it's
know
gonna
about,
come
yeah, I don't
again.
know if it's gonna come again. But this right
Yeah.
here is guaranteed.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking about, I can't help but think about Paul, who says in Romans chapter 7,
Mhm.
he says, the good that I want to do is the thing I find myself not doing.
Hmm.
And the very thing I don't want to do, the very thing I'm supposed to say no to,
I
is the
need to
thing I
do.
say yes to. The
Mhm.
thing I find myself doing. And
Mhm.
he like, oh, wretched man that I am.
Mhm.
Who can save me from this? I be. Because I'm going to keep saying yes, even though you tell me to say no.
Mhm.
And I'm going to keep saying no when you tell me to say yes. And it's like, God help.
Yeah.
God help me.
Mm-hmm.
God help me. God increase my faith and my trust
Please do.
in your will
Mm-hmm.
and in your plan for my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be faith and trust in his will and in his plan
Yes.
that if I say yes to you,
Mm-hmm.
which is inadvertently saying no to myself
Mm-hmm.
and to what I really want,
Right.
there's more blessing on the other side of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's promise on the other side of that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't start with a yes to you,
Mm-hmm.
this no is gonna be harder than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
And then that saying yes to God and saying yes to his promises is so much better on
Yeah.
the other side
Mm-hmm.
than saying yes to those things that,
Mm-hmm.
or saying no to them is
Right.
way, way better
Mm-hmm.
because he gives us whatever we desire, the
Mm-hmm.
desires of our heart.
Mm-hmm.
If we delight ourselves in him,
Mm-hmm.
we seek him daily, he gives us what we need
Mm-hmm.
and what we desire.
Yeah.
And it's far more greater than what, compared to the things that we don't really necessarily need in our
Right.
lives.
And you know what's I think is important to highlight? It's not always bad things.
That's true.
It's not always bad things. Sometimes you have to say no. You're being called to say no, or the thing that you need to say no to sometimes is a good thing.
Yeah.
The Bible talks about there are things that are lawful but not expedient or not beneficial.
Yeah.
Meaning it's not a bad thing. It won't be a sin if you did it.
Yeah.
You ain't going to hell for doing it.
Right.
But it's no benefit to you.
That's the part. Right
It's no benefit to you. It doesn't benefit the plan.
Right.
It doesn't why would I do that? There's nothing wrong with having a car.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. But if right now God has you on a budget with a goal in mind to save and to invest, it doesn't benefit you to go ahead and get into a $800 a month car, when that $800 was what he wanted you to store up for the seed money for your business later on.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean, and I think that can become a trick too, from life and from the enemy, from the devil, to make us think that it's only the bad things.
Yeah.
That we gotta say no to.
It's definitely the good things too.
It's not just the bad things.
Mm-hmm.
It's the things that don't fit the plan.
Yeah, because the enemy, he'll make stuff look good too.
It's the things that don't fit the plan. Because, okay, so think like dating.
Mm-hmm.
Like every guy that you meet is not a serial killer. They're not a rapist. They're not a deadbeat. Some of them are really good guys. But they might be still your no.
Right.
And you only know that and can readily say no to Mr. 401k and Mr. House on the Hills and all these other things when you're focused on your yes to God.
Right.
Because while you're focusing on your yes to God, yes to his will, yes to his plan, yes to his purpose for your life, then he's going to say that ain't in the plan.
Yep.
He ain't in the plan.
Yep. Right now.
He ain't in the plan. It's a stay focused on me. And before you know it, he stopped calling because you ain't answering his calls. You ain't never had to tell him. Because that's where I be tripped up too. Because I be feeling like I gotta verbally say no. And I think that in some instances there is a power in that. But sometimes God I don't even need you to have a conversation.
I don't even need your voice.
Because I know you, because before you start the conversation, before you know it, you didn't say yes, you didn't signed up for this.
But see, that's the beauty in it, because God know who we are. God knows he doesn't need you to do anything.
Right.
He's gonna move the mountains. He's gonna put some stuff in the street to block their way from you if there's a no. Because you said yes.
Right.
He's like, okay, yeah, no,
I'll take care of the no for you.
I got this.
I'll take care of the no for you. You just say yes to me.
God blocked it. Oh, he gonna block it.
Are we singing? Was that a song? We're singing now.
I don't start.
But yes, just focus on the yes. I'll say the no for you. That's a no. Gotta be like, oh wait, hold up, that's a no. She won't be doing that. She will. Ooh, that's
She
when
won't be
you
doing
reach that
that.
status where So I watched this show. It's old. I don't even know if every time I watch this old episode, so I'm assume that there is not. It's no longer airing like
Mm-hmm.
new episodes. But Blue Bloods. You ever see that?
Mm-mm.
Blue Bloods. It's the man from Magnum PI. Remember that?
No.
Am I that old? Okay.
Cause what?
Donnie Wahlberg, Mark Wahlberg's brother. Girl. Okay. Well, anyway, Blue Bloods. Well, the dad is like the chief of police, right?
Uh-huh.
But he has a assistant. She's not his secretary. She's like his assistant. Like, and there are times where they would go to see the mayor, and the mayor's assistants would speak on the behalf of the mayor, like, oh no, he won't be taking this meeting. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, he can't answer that
Yeah.
call. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, he won't be showing up. And that's how God is. Not that you my assistant, God. I'm really for real, you're the assistant. But I'm just saying, God will speak up like, no, she won't be doing that tonight. You won't be taking that from her again.
Right.
She ain't gonna be giving that up this
Yeah.
week. He ain't gonna be answering that call.
Mm-hmm.
He can't. He ain't coming to that. He ain't coming to that date.
Yeah.
And that's dope because God, I'm telling you, listen, y'all.
No, that is.
This is the real of my life. I recently had a situation where I told God, I am not strong enough to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe y'all judge me if y'all want to.
No judgment. We
Don't
all.
judge
We
me.
listen. We all.
But I was real with God.
Yeah.
And I said, God, I'm not strong enough to say no.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to take it from me. I'm going to need you to set things up so that I'm just focusing on, because I'm my no is not birthed out of my want for myself, because I don't want to say no.
Yeah.
I'm only saying no because you
That's
keep
real.
telling me
Yeah.
that I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And because my heart leans so much to you, and I really want to please you, and I really want you to be happy, and I want to receive your promises, that's the only reason why I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
Well, why I feel like I should say no.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm strong enough yet.
Like the spirit wants to say no.
Spirit
but
is
your
willing, but my
flesh-
flesh is so weak.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need you to intervene.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that,
Oh, that's a battle.
when I say God intervenes,
Yeah.
and that can even be a struggle. Because when he start intervening, you be like, boo, why he don't call me no more? He ghosted me. Why he don't call? And God, like, you remember
Right. Like we just had this conversation.
remember we talked about this. I told you to say no. You told me you wasn't gonna be able to, so I told him he can't call.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
I told him to stop calling you
Mm-hmm.
because I knew you was gonna keep picking up the phone.
Yeah. Wow.
And because you said you want to please me so much, you want to focus on that, I got your back.
Mm-hmm.
That one was on God.
Yeah. That was on God.
On God.
For sure.
For sure, on God. And so, there are a lot of hard no's.
That's so good.
There are a lot of hard no's that many of us are going to have to face in life. And I'm talking relationship stuff right now at the moment, but it can be, like I said, it can be a job, it can
Your
be
health.
a move. It can be something about your health.
Yeah.
And it's like, God is like, that doesn't fit you.
Yeah.
That's not going to be beneficial to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep with this behavior, it's not going to be beneficial to you.
Right.
You keep drinking like that, it's not going to be beneficial to you.
Yeah.
You keep smoking like that, it's going to cause you harm in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to go to hell for it, but you might die early.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that to make light of I don't mean that to make light of it, but that's the real, right?
It's the truth.
And so here's something that somebody who may have a struggle with an addiction.
Yeah.
And for us, not for us, that sounds self-righteous. So for someone who doesn't have that struggle
Mm-hmm.
for that particular vice, it might be easy to be like, well, just stop. Just give it up. Just say no to drugs. Just say no. Just say no. And that sounds so easy when you see it on a
Yeah.
commercial. It sounds so easy when you see it in print.
But that whole.
But that whole.
Mhm.
So what if we change the commercials and just said, just say yes to God.
Mhm.
Just say yes to God.
Mhm. Come while you high.
Just say
Come while
yes
you
to
drunk.
God. Just say yes to his plan.
For real.
Just say yes to his love.
Yeah.
Just say yes to his promise. Just say
Mhm.
yes to his plan. And the more you keep saying yes, I'll do the no for you.
Mhm.
I'll do the
Mhm.
no for you because I'm going to rise up
That's
in you.
good. Yeah.
It's going to be me rising up in you that blocks it, like you said, that says no.
Mhm.
They just posted a video of Destiny's Child from like I think it was like 96 or something like that when they came with their first hit single, and it was called No No No. Remember that song?
No, no,
No No No. When it's really yeah 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 yeah. You is saying no 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 no. When it's really yeah 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 yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm the person that God he be sing. I told y'all he be singing to me, and that's what he was singing. His voice was like not deep, but it wasn't high like Beyonce. But it was like in between. It was like an alto voice. But God was like, you be saying no 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 when it's really yeah 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 yeah. And that's what God is saying. Like, stop focusing on the no's. Just say yes. Just say yes.
Just say
yes. Just say yes. Just say yes to me. If you say yes to me, I will take care of everything else. Everything else, your walk will start changing. Your talk will start changing.
Yeah.
Your desires will start changing.
Mhm.
And you won't even have to say no to that anymore.
And people will start falling off. Things will start.
I'm telling you,
Stop
ghosted real
happening.
quick.
Listen.
Ghosted real quick.
And thinking not strange. It was all God.
Yeah. Yeah, but it started with a yes.
Mhm.
So 3 ways to say yes to God. Or a few ways, because we might have a couple of different ways to say yes to God. I would say yield would be one of them, because your yes may not be an audible yes, but it's in your heart and in your actions, right? Yield, like submit, just being like, all right, look, I'm taking my hands off. When a police officer is engaging with a suspect or whatever, they always say, come out with your hands up. Because at that point, I need to know that there's nothing in your hands that is going to cause you to resist what's happening right here.
Yeah.
Or inflict any kind of harm on me or on yourself.
Yeah.
For that matter. So that's what your yes is, just you coming out with your hands up. Like, all right, God, I ain't got no weapons. I don't have no numbers in my hand. I don't have no bottles in my hand. I don't have, it's not my own will anymore. I've released it all and I'm yielding to you. And that I would say that would be a way to say yes. How else would you say you can say yes to God?
I'll say come as you are. Don't fake and make believe who you are.
Yeah.
And be honest with God, because God know who you are.
Yeah.
God see you, Adam.
Yeah.
God knows.
Right.
So come as you are and be who you are.
Yeah.
And let God do the work.
Right.
Because you have to get to him first.
Right.
Right. So that's whether you're depressed, whether you don't know what to say yes to, what to say no to, whether you, like you mentioned earlier, whether you're doing drugs, whether you're getting high every day, whether you drink, just still come.
Yeah.
Come as you are.
Have you ever gone to the doctor? I'm sure you have. I know you have. Gone to the doctor for a
checkup?
Hope
so. Shoot.
For a checkup. You going for a checkup, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why you look scared? She like, oh, where is she going with this?
No, I'm not scared. I'm just like, kind of question.
Yeah, you've gone for a checkup. So you've gone, they take you in a room. What's the first thing they tell you to do? They've taken your pressure, your blood pressure, all those things. What's the first thing they tell you to do?
Put on a gown. Take your clothes off.
Take your clothes off. Take your clothes off, and here, you're going to put this gown on. What's the reason for that?
I don't know. I never knew that.
Because there are parts of you that's covered up that they need access to. They need to be able to look at. They need to be able to touch it without all the extra layers,
Oh,
without all the
yes.
extra covering.
Mm-hmm.
That's the yes you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to God and being willing to get naked in front
Oh,
of
yeah.
Him, being willing to be vulnerable in front of God,
Mm-hmm.
being willing to be real in front of God.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the yes looks like. Cause He's like, there's a lot I need to see. I need to see
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
You've been covering up. You've been hiding behind the makeup. You've been hiding behind the hair. You've been
Mm-hmm.
hiding behind the desk. You've been
Mm-hmm.
hiding behind the car. You've been hiding behind the job. You've been hiding behind the money. You've been hiding behind the family.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see you.
Yeah.
So take all that off.
Yeah.
Take all that off. Okay. I'm not going to go where my mind.
Here we go.
But take all that off. I want to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see you. And this is the most vulnerable point. This is where you really give a yes.
Mm-hmm.
When you naked,
Oh, yeah.
you give a yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happens. Adam and Eve, according to the scripture, it said that they realized their nakedness and then they hid.
Mm-hmm.
So now their yes to God became a no. God, you can't see me.
Mm-hmm.
God, you can't deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
And He says, well, who told you were naked? Who told you that? You know what I'm saying? And so the whole point was the connection was disrupted, not only by sin, but by them trying to cover it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if the interaction had gone differently. If when God came to the garden, Adam was pulling Eve like, come on, we going. Look, God, we got sin all over us now.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over us. All over us because of her. And she like, it's because of the snake. It wasn't me, God. But that's our yes. That's
Yeah.
a way that we say yes to God. When we just be real with Him. And I think God appreciate. I know God appreciated. He told me He
Yeah.
appreciate that I come to Him and I be real
Absolutely.
with Him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see this lump right here?
Mm-hmm.
Look, make sure you check back there, God, too, cause it's something. Cause it's something going on back there. So it's something going on back there, God. And I need you to check it out. I need you to check it out for real. But that's my yes to you. Go have your way. Have your way. Have your way, Lord. Have your way.
Oh,
Check it out,
God.
Lord. Make sure I'm good. Make sure I'm good. So yielding to Him, submitting to Him, being real, coming as you are, being vulnerable, willing to be naked in front of Him.
Yeah.
And also a yes looks like expectation too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A yes looks like expectation. When you listen for God's voice, you listen. I expect to hear some instruction from you, so I'm
Yeah.
going to wait until I hear from you, God. I'm expecting before I make a decision, before I'm gonna wait because I want to say yes to you. And I don't want anything I do to be a no to what you said because I didn't wait to hear what you had to say about it. So before I enter this relationship, before I give this man my number, before I give him a key, before, whatever, before I sign up to a 2-year contract with this company, I'm going to expect to hear from you first.
Yes.
And I'm going to say yes
That's
to what
good.
you have to say.
That's good.
Any more for you?
That's pretty much
That's pretty much it.
pretty much
I would
it.
say the last thing I would say would be that surrender
Mm-hmm.
and obey.
Yes.
That's your yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one thing to hear. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. But you have to obey. You have to act upon the yes. So
That's good.
your yes may be difficult and your yes may be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And your yes may be unpopular.
Yeah.
It may be unpopular, but it's going to definitely benefit you in the end.
Absolutely.
It's going to benefit you in the end, and it'll make those hard no's so much more easier. So my testimony going to be next time we come together, like, hey, guess what, y'all?
I said no.
I said no.
And saying yes is not corny.
Yeah, it'd be corny sometimes though.
It don't. It don't be. I mean, once you get past that no, then once you still focus on the no, yeah. But when
You gotta be willing to be corny for Jesus.
but it's not corny though.
It's not okay.
You think it's corny being in
Sometimes.
God?
I'm not saying it's corny being in God. Don't be trying to get me in trouble.
No, I'm just asking you.
I ain't say that, God. She trying to throw me under the bus.
I'm not.
I don't think it's corny being in God, but I do because okay, so what we deem as corny and all the things tends to be the unpopular thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's the not trending thing. Typically the trendy thing to do is probably the thing that guys like, nah, you ain't.
So okay, I get what you're saying.
So
okay.
I do think that sometimes there are going to be times where you have to deny your flesh and deny the fun part of living. Like there is nothing exciting about drinking protein shakes, eating broccoli.
Well, I'm on that side, so I don't know.
I'm just saying.
But for right now,
it's not
corny.
the most. It's corny. It's not the most exciting thing.
Yeah.
Everybody else out here eating, shrimp and grits and southern fried catfish and this and that. And you like, I got this big, boneless, skinless chicken breast.
But most people that are on that side love it.
They learn to love it.
Yeah, and that's how being in God, you learn to love the things that God loves.
Right. So initially it might seem a bit corny. I can't get no butter.
Well, we on this side of greatness.
I can't get no butter on this. Like, I really
want some butter on my cornbread.
One of my friends I follow, shout out to Diamond. I think she's Diamond Crush on Instagram, but she's on a weight loss journey, and she just posted the other day, and she's eating. She said it was turkey and broccoli. She was like, her office was having an office party, and they had pizza and cupcakes, and she's in. Because she's focused on her to her journey, she didn't go into the room where the party is, and she's sitting there with her meal prep turkey. And when I say
shout out to Diamond, that was dope.
Yeah, it was real dope, but it looked like the blandest turkey I've ever seen in my life. And even she was like, this broccoli sure would taste good with some butter and some cheese. And then she picked up a slice of wheat bread. I mean, it was no garlic on it, no parsley, no butter. It was just a piece of wheat bread. Just biting it and eating it. Yeah, that's real corny. But
it's beneficial.
But the eye is on the prize.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's eye on the prize. So if you're just focusing on having a good time, you ain't always gonna have that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
You gotta be focused on outcome.
Yeah.
Cause process, it's not always enjoyable. It ain't always the fun thing. It ain't always the good. It says that all things will work together for the good. The process be like rough, So right now
that's
your
why
no,
it's a choice.
Yeah, right now your no might be hard, but that no, it'll get easier as you stay in the journey, as you stay focusing on your yes.
Yeah,
you'll be just like you was as a little kid again. No,
no,
Miss Lady, can I take you out? No, Miss Lady, can I get you? No.
Why, Lord?
No. Until you say, Miss Lady, can I have your hand in marriage? Yes. Yes. I was married now.
Why you put up 4 fingers, though?
Because I told you I can get this one to wiggle. And then if I just do that sing, then you make me look like I'm like, yes, that look weird. Yes.
All
right. This has been a good conversation.
As always.
A good conversation. And we just thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
Yes.
Staying with us. Keep us in prayer.
Please do.
Because we got some no's. But more importantly, we trying to live a yes life.
Yeah. Ooh. Absolutely.
I'm living the yes life. That's gonna be a song.
For the glow up?
Nah. That's corny. But yeah, so we'll see y'all again next time. Same place, same time, 7:30, right here on the Glow Up. Remember, I'm your girl Sky the Butterfly, and this is
QB.
And life begins
When you glow up.
Peace.